Hey guys, it's Golden with Deku Vids here, and this is going to be part 7 for What If Naruto Had the Forgotten Sharingan. Let's just get into the recap. And this is the Learn the Waves arc in the last part. And let's just say Naruto may have squished Hoku and Zobiza, went into Master Susanoo, and he now has Executioner Blade. Check it out, check the previous video if you want to see the rest of the story. Anyway, let's just carry on with the story now. So Naruto is finally getting out of the hospital. His chakra reserves are mostly back to full health. They're still a little out, but they're mostly back to full health. So Naruto's walking around and he sees the fellow Kage's grandson. He says, "Ah, hello." He says, "Hi Naruto." And the reason they know each other is because Naruto, he's good friends with, in the anime, he's good friends with Peruzan, the fellow Kage. Still is. And the grandson actually likes Naruto's cheerful attitude. Like, Naruto's not allowed to call him by his first name, he's got to say him Lord, the grandson of the third, or something like that. He says, "Hey, this is, hey Sakura. Hey, how you doing? Hang on guys, I've got to do something. Sorry about that guy's family issues there. He had to give me some food. So Sakura came up to Naruto. He says, "Well, you're finally at the hospital, Naruto." He says, "Ah, Sakura, I missed you." She says, "I missed you too." They hug. And then he says, "Oh, Naruto, is she a girlfriend?" Naruto says, "Sorry, no, she isn't." And he says, "Yeah, of course she wouldn't. She's that big of a forehead." Sakura looks at him through Naruto. Not at Naruto, but through him. With a piercing gaze, he can see what's going to happen. He says, I actually got this one from a speech idea from a YouTuber. He says, "Have you been working on your cardio?" He says, "Why?" "Because you might want to start running." Then he looks past Naruto and sees her evil gaze. He says, he just starts running. And then he bumps into a figure with black clothes on and some weird brown thing on his back. Naruto hears him shout for help. Naruto blitzes around the corner and lands in front of him. He says, "Put him down." He says, "What you gonna do?" "Why should I? This brat bumped into him. I'm teaching him some manners." But Naruto says, "Put him down or I'll make you put him down." He activates his sharingan, clicking his knuckles. "Try me." Naruto can clearly see the wires. "You feel I'm stupid enough to strip on those wires?" He throws a shuriken at him, cutting him. He says, "What?" Naruto blitzes him, gut punching him, and sending him through the tree Guy was standing on. It breaks, and Gara's got to quickly jump out of the tree. The blonde-haired girl runs towards her brother, and he says, "Come on, Kankuro, you don't have to do that." He says, barely conscious. He can't speak properly. I don't know, he's in shock. He says, she goes up to Naruto, "I'm sorry about my brother. He doesn't know his place in other villages." "Yeah, must have to call his grandson." That's all. "So if you did hurt him, you'd probably start a war, so..." He says, "Oh." No, she says, "Oh. I'll make sure he won't do it again." Then Gaara appears, saying, "How do you know?" Actually, no, he says, he just forms out sand. Naruto says, "Who are you?" Naruto senses the one pulse in him, Shikaku. Naruto says, you're a Jinchuriki, aren't you?" He's wide-eyed, so is Tamari. "Wait a minute. How did you..." Naruto says, "I don't have to explain to you." But then he says, "What's your name anyway?" "Naruto Uchiha, Guard of the Sand." Hope we can see him in the tuning exams. He he grabs Kankuro over the sand, and Tomoe walks next to Gaara, winking at Naruto, walking away. Then Toku's just in utter shock right now, seeing what Naruto did to the tree. Naruto said, "It's fine, Sakura." He walks up to the tree, and then he starts fixing it. If you didn't watch the last part, you wouldn't get it, but he activates his eyes ability. It's called respiration. It's like can bring something, like your body or a thing back one day. So he brought the tree back to when it was yesterday. Then he says, "Come on, Sakura. It's going to see Kakashi and Sasuke." He says, "Yes, Naruto." He says to him, the Furco's grandson, "They don't trouble you." He says, "Oh, I will." He says, "Thanks, Naruto." He says, "You're welcome." Naruto just walks off to find Kakashi and Sasuke. And I say, guys, I say Sasuke actually has one Tomoe with the three. He has 3 Tomoe in one eye and 2 Tomoe and another eye. It's about to come another 3 Tomoe. It's about to. So now Naruto meets up with Kakashi, and he lets them in. Then Kakashi just disappears. He says, "So Sasuke, how's breakfast?" He says, "Pretty good. I went to the hospital for awful, but good thing mother sent food for me. I would have died there for a week." He says, "It's meant to replenish your chakra fast." He says, "Yeah, but you could at least put some taste in it." Well, then he hears Ino and a bunch of girls just go over to Sasuke. Sasuke says, "Why are they after me, not you?" He says, "Mine didn't pass. Or at least some of mine didn't pass. So most of yours fancy passed. So you're fine." Sasuke screams for Naruto, "Help! Help, Naruto, please!" He said, "What do I get out of it?" "I'll give you my favourite kunai." That glass one you made?" He says, "Yes." "You're welcome." Okay, deal's a deal. Naruto blitzes Sasuke next to Sasuke and just teleports him next to him. The girls are all in a massive mosh pit right now trying to find him. He says, you owe me your favourite kunai." He says, "Oh yeah, you'll get it. Then Naruto sees the rookie 9. "Hey Sasuke, looks from my old class." He walks up to them. He says, "Oh, hi guys." Kiba says, "Oh, Naruto." Actually, no, he'd be like, "Naruto, shut up." And just Naruto would be like, "No, you shut up, Kiba." Shikamaru and Choji say hi to Naruto. Naruto say hi back. Doesn't know what to do. Shikamaru falling over Naruto or Sasuke. She can tell Sakura's starting to fall for Naruto. But she kind of likes Naruto more than Sasuke now, so she doesn't know what to do. No, I'll say she falls in love with Naruto. But Naruto gets surrounded by Ino and Ino and a bunch of other girls. He says, "Help me, Sasuke!" He says, "Oh my god, Kuno back." Naruto says, "Hell no!" He just blitzes him. Blitzes out of the Makuna. He says, "Oh, damn it." Then he says, anyway, they have a conversation. What's going to happen? But then Team 10 comes in, or Team Guy. Neji, Lee, and Tenten. Tenten just sitting in the background, just watching what's going to happen. So then Lee walks up to Sakura saying, "Please be my girlfriend." She obviously declines. In a kind manner now, not the mean one. But then Sasuke says, then Lee says, "Is it because of him?" He looks towards Sasuke. He says, "Anyway, the real reason I came, I challenge you, Sasuke, you cheater, to show that hard work can beat talent." Then Naruto says, "Huh? Oh, Sasuke, how's your taijutsu?" "What do you mean?" "I can sense his chakra, and it seems he can't use it." Then he says, "What do you mean he can't use chakra?" Then Lee says, "Your friend is correct. I cannot use ninjutsu or genjutsu, only taijutsu." he says, well, not the worst. You couldn't have been able to do a lot, but you got some power. Naruto says to Lee. Lee says, what does that matter? You're quite strong. Probably one of the strongest here. And you are definitely stronger than Sasuke. Well, at least right now. And you guys can leave one in the comments where he's got one of the 3 Tomorrow Sharingan. He can see these moves. You're forgetting, it only works for ninjutsu and genjutsu. Daijutsu is just pure base of skill. So it can only predict your moves. Now he's just got to be fast enough. Just current story then. So now Sasuke says to Naruto, Naruto, do you want to fight him instead? Naruto says, me? I won't. Sasuke says, yeah, I'm not going to last that long if you say I can't. And he says, I'm sorry, Sasuke Uchiha, but... Sorry about that, guys. He says, but... I'd rather fight Sasuke Uchiha than Naruto, or your friend. He says, well, he's also Uchiha. He says, are you serious? I heard most of them dead. But he says, no, it's my little brother, and he's stronger than me. He's already got the 3 Tomorrow Sharingan. I've only got 1 3 Tomorrow, 1 2 Tomorrow. That's actually his Sharingan. See? Sasuke shows. Points towards his eyes. Naruto's eyes. He says, well, yes, I am stronger than you, but you need the training if you want to ever catch up with me. He says, I guess you're right. Then Naruto says to Lee, hey Lee, maybe sometime we can all train together. He says, yes, maybe sometime, but not right now. He says, okay. Naruto says, well, Sasuke, you have fun. Then Sasuke and Lee's fight happens quite the same. But guys, let's listen to this. Sasuke fares a lot better. A tons better, but he ain't going to beat Lee. Doesn't matter how hard he tries. With his skill, and being with Naruto's improved it a lot. But Taijutsu, kind of. Naruto's Taijutsu right now equals to Guy in the first gate. It's not that impressive, but it's Guy. He's like a master Taijutsu-list. Then, this is it. Lee bodies Sasuke. Then he asks Naruto. Naruto says, okay, sure. Let me guess. So I don't. Can I use the Sharingan or no? He says, your brother used it, so I guess you can. He says, okay. That's what it says, 3 Tomorrow Sharingan. Get into like a fighting stance. It's like a Goku fighting stance. It's his own fighting stance. Then he blitzes Lee. Lee is in shock by this. He's so fast. Lee gets kicked in the air. Because Naruto's memorized Lee's moves with his own Sharingan. So Naruto technically knows the hidden Lotus, you could say. He just has bandages on his arms. Then Naruto blitzes Lee. That's a backflip. Lee is full, but then Naruto does a front flip, land on Lee's feet because he's technically upside down falling, and he says, "Secret move, Naruto Big Slam." This technically means he does a massive front flip. It's like guys do Darren entry, and then he kicks him in the face, but now he kicks him in the gut, sent him to fly through the ground. So about that one, guys. So yeah, for now, guys. So common people, I swear. Hang on. So now, Lee gets smashed to the ground. He's winded. He can't get up right now. Naruto blitzes him again, uppercutting him in the jaw. Suddenly flying. Lee gets a nosebleed. Then Naruto lands on the ground. She's like, stop, or do you want to keep going? Lee gets up, putting his hands up, smiling. Yes, we should keep going. This is an excellent fight. And guys watching this guy's got talent. I mean, I should take him on as a lead so they can train. Naruto blitzes Lee again, and Lee actually ready for Naruto to attack, blocks it. But then Naruto's after image, and Lee says, what? Naruto's behind him. Then he grabs Lee's arms and does the primary Lotus. Using Lee's bandages, as I'll say you. He grabs Lee's bandages and he does the same thing. Then Guy says, wait, no, how's that possible? Lee says, no, it's the primary Lotus. and Lee's barreling towards the ground, and Lee is practically out of commission. He's conscious, but he's in a lot of pain. Naruto, without a graze, says, "I'm sorry, but that teacher's quite impressive. Maybe I can train." But then Naruto says, "Don't worry." And then he says, "How am I going to do the cheating exams in this condition?" He starts to cry a little bit. He says, "It's fine." Naruto says, "Yeah." Naruto says, "Respiration." One of his eyes corners start to glow, and it starts to heal Lee's wounds. He says, "My body, it feels stronger and better than it even was before." Naruto says, "Well, yeah, it's one of my sharingan abilities. You see, I can bring a thing back to its current, what it used to be yesterday. Like, say, you was training. Let's say, like, you cut a grazed knee yesterday. It would bring the grazed knee back, but it'd remove all other damage." He says, "That's amazing technique." He says, "Yeah, but now the Naruto pulls this out of his scroll. I even used this." He was holding the executioner blade with one hand. He says, "Whoa, that's so cool." Naruto says, "If you can't use taijutsu, you might want to try and use a sword or another melee weapon." And he says, "I'll take it in the fort." He says, "Of course." Naruto puts the sword away. Then it's the first test. And they go into the first test. And I say Naruto can be easily fine with this one because Tate's his past brother there to help him. Plus he's got Kurama, who's actually got a good relationship with. It ain't gonna be like the Biju mode or like the Biju 1 mode. It's just gonna be Naruto can go up to the Four Tails without losing control. If he went lose control in the Four Tails state, it would be a hell on earth. It would not in the Sage's brother could stop him. It took a couple of days at least for him to stop it. No, trust me, that'd be a nightmare there. So Naruto, actually, he can go like a couple of minutes in the Four Tails, but then he loses control of rage and anger. So now the Four Tails, what am I talking about? The Four Tails. No, the test. Naruto can do perfect. I say he aces the test because this guy's got this eye, and he can just do the same thing Sasuke does with the sharingan, or he can just do it his own way. And Naruto just do it his own way because he doesn't have to cheat off anyone because, well, this is information gathering, right? Naruto already knows that. So he can just do the same thing, or technically he's gathering information, it's just in his head. So Naruto is just asking the sage with questions, he answered them. He gives Naruto a perfect score, 10 out of 10. And everyone in the room's just looking at Naruto. In 2 minutes, he finished every question. Everyone's in utter shock, and Naruto walks to the front. He says, "What are you standing up, boy? You have to sit down and do your test." He says, "Already done it." He hands it to the teacher. He says, "Check it, saying." He checks it's all right. And Naruto even corrected the test. He goes, he says, "How much do I get?" He says, 110%. He says, "How's that even?" One of them says, "How's that even possible?" He says, he did the test before anyone even did it. Then Naruto says, "Well, also guys, I could tell you the secrets, but I'd rather not." Then he says, "What do I do now?" "You can head to the next challenge, I guess." He says, he gives him like a map towards the Forest of Death. He says, "Thanks, sir." He says, "You're welcome. You'll be one fine ninja," he says, one day. He says, "Thanks." Naruto jumps out the window. Actually, no. Yeah, he jumps out the window and he uses the map to the Forest of Death. And I say Inko's just eating. Inko? I think Inko. Yeah, it's Inko, I think. Inko's just eating some food, like a roll, and just drinking some water. Then Naruto just pops in front of her. She spits out of her water in utter shock. So, "What the? Kid, you don't do that. So why are you here?" He says, "Training exams." He says, "Kid, it's the second test, not the first." He says, "Yeah, I just got his note." Look, he hands her a note, a map of what he said. This boy finished it, don't know how, but he did, in 2 minutes, so just stole him. He says, "Oh, jeez, man, this ain't gonna be pretty good." He says, "What do you mean? How did you even do the test in 2 minutes? It's been like 10 minutes since the whole thing started." He says, luck. Luck? No, that's a skill," she says. Also good memory. Anyway, the force of death is going to take a while, so I'll just give you, you know, I'll just give you the explanation now. Your team will get an Earth or Heavenly Scroll. You have to beat another team to get another scroll, and then you have a week to get to the middle of it with your two scrolls. If you open the scroll, if without having both of them, you'll be brought with a bad terror, and you do not want to be brought with that one. Trust me. He says, "Oh, okay." He sees its transformation scrolls. Oh, so this is our teachers. She says, like our senseis, right? She says, how did you? He says, my eyes. His activates the sharingan. I can register all the chakra natures here, all the chakra. She says, man, you're one promising ninja. He says, oh yeah, I'm gonna become Hokage and rebuild Uchiha name. She gives him a grin. You have fun doing that, kid. Well, I'm gonna drink more sake and wait for the test to end. Naruto looks at his watch saying, he just did. She spits out more sake saying, man, I'm late. Naruto says, I'll come with. Naruto's with her and he grabs her and grabs her by the shoulder. He says, wait, how? He teleports practically just to the entrance room. He says, huh? Everyone's just in the test, just after shock, because he says, hey guys, hey sir. He says, that you, Naruto? How? This is a long story, but here she is. I'm heading back. He teleports back. It's one of his abilities, guys, just so you know. He hasn't got a full grasp of it. It's not. It's like it's like this. Koshi and Naruto's ability, but its drawback is it can only use it once per day. That's only drawback. And I mean like one way back, one way there, one way back, practically. And Naruto could learn the phase through thing, but that would be too overpowered. So probably not. He could learn, but he'd have to learn off Obito or someone else. Anyway, Naruto just pops back to the thing of death, and Naruto sees the whole bucket of scrolls. No one's looking. He puts seals on all the heaven scrolls and earth scrolls. So now Naruto has a map of everyone's location. Naruto says, this will be easy. Naruto puts it away. Then Sakura, Sasuke, and everyone else shows up. And this is the end of part 7. It wasn't me that much fun today, guys, but the next part you'll like a lot. Peace. Also, guys, I've got a new What If coming out tonight. It's My Hero Academia one, and I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Peace, bye.